All right, here are solutions for quiz 7 from Math 211. The first problem, you're asked to use the lattice method to multiply together these two numbers. These two numbers are in base 16. And the idea with the lattice method is to set it up like this, right? One of the numbers horizontally, and the other number vertically here. And it might help you to write this little key that when we're in base 16, we need symbols for all of the numbers 15 and less. So A, B, C, D, E, and F are what we use for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then you go through and multiply. So A times 3, well, A is 10. So 10 times 3, what I'll write in this square is 30. But I won't write 3, 0, because I have to account for the fact that I'm in base 16. So in base 16, the way you get 30 is one group of 16 and then 14 more singles. Now 14 I write with the letter E. Similarly, 9 times 3 is 27. And 27 in base 16 is one group of 16 with 11 more. So I'll write 1B right here. 2 times 3 is 6, which whether you're in base 10 or in base 16, we write as 0, 6. A times B, oh, that's going to be a pain. Well, let's see, A times B, that's 110. So how many 16s go into 110? 5 16s is 80. So 6 16s would be 96. So I get 6 full 16s. That gives me 96. I want a total of 110. So I need 14 more. 14 more would be an E right here. B times 9. Well, B is 11. And so 11 times 9 is 99. And the way I write 99 in base 16 is I say it's 6 boxes of 16. That's 96 of the 99. And then I need 3 more, so I'll throw a 3 right here. And B times 2, again, B is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. And the way I write that in base 16 is it's 1 box of 16, and then I need 6 more. So my setup kind of looks like this. And now you add along the diagonals. So along this diagonal, I just have the E. But on this diagonal, I have E plus 1 plus B. Well, E is 14, plus 1 is 15, plus 11 is 26. But to write 26 in base 16, I have to say that's one group of 16. I'll carry that. And then 10 more. So I'll write an A right here. 6 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6. Well, let's see. 6 and 1 is 7, plus 3 more is 10, plus 7 more is 17. And 17 in base 16 is one group of 16 and one more left over. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. And to write 13 in base 16, I use the letter D. And then I got a 1 in front. So my answer would be 1D, 1A, E, base 16. Whew, what a mess. Base 16, pain to deal with. Use the scaffold method to divide these two numbers. When you're using the scaffolding method, what you want to do is first make this little key. That 2, 2 times 0 is just 0. 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2. 2, 2 times 2 will be 4, 4. 2, 2 times 3, well, 2 times 3 is 6. But when you're in base 5, you don't write a 6. You say it's one group of 5 with 1 left over. 2 times 3 again is 6, plus 1 more is 7. But when you're in base 5, you don't write 7. You say it's one group of 5 with 2 left over. 2, 2 times 4. You can go through that same analysis, or you could add 2, 2 to this number. That might be easier. You'll get 1, 4, 3. 2, 2 times 5. I guess I don't even have to do 2, 2 times 5 because I'm in base 5. I only need 4 of them. However, it's worth noting that if you added 2, 2 to this number, this would become a 5, which you write as a 0. You'd carry a 1. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So you'd write a 2 and carry a 1. You'd get 2, 2, 0, which makes sense. 2, 2 times 1, 0 should be 2, 2, 0. At any rate, you have this key over here, and you start out with your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and you subtract chunks. So the first chunk I'm going to subtract is I'm going to notice that 1, 2, 1 with 3 zeros tacked on is a little bit smaller than this number. And 1, 2, 1 is a 3. So 3 with 3 zeros tacked on, this many 2 2s would be this many. And if I subtract, I get 2, 4, 3, 2. I've just gotten rid of most of this number by taking away this many of them. Next, I'd stare at this number and say, well, this 2, 2 right here, with a couple zeros tacked on, in other words, 1 with 2 zeros tacked on, would be a lot of this number. If I subtracted, I'd have 232 left over. And then 232, again, I can get rid of a lot of it by putting down the 2 with 1 0 after it, so 1 0 of them. And subtracting, I get 1 2. And since 1 2 is less than 2 2, this ends up being my remainder. And so the answer here will be 3 1 1 0 with the remainder of 1 2, and this is all in base 5. Okay, and then on the next page, I guess we're doing some multiplication using the standard algorithm to find the product of these two numbers. I don't know, worst part might just be writing it. I got 1 0 1 1 1 0, maybe some commas help, 0 0 1, and I want to multiply that by 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, the nice thing about being in binary is you only see zeros and ones, and multiplying by ones is pretty easy. It doesn't change the number, so I'm going to write this number. I'm going to take this 1 and multiply it by this number, and that will give me 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1. Then I'll add a 0 and use this 1 to multiply it by this number, which will give me 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1. And then I'd have 2 zeros. And then multiplying by 0 just gives me a 0. And then I'd have 3 zeros, 1, but multiplying by 0 just gives me a 0. So it'll be 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, when I multiply this 1 by this number. So maybe I'll write it in reverse here. I got a 1, and then 2 zeros, and then another 0, and then 3 ones, and then a 0, and then a 1. And then if I add all these guys up, 1 0 0 gives me 1, 0 1 0 gives me 1, 0 0 0 is 0, 0 0 0 is 0, 1 0 1. That's 2, but in base 2, that's 0 carrying 1. 1 1 1 is 3, which in base 2 means write 2 and carry 1. 1 1 1 is 3, which in base 2 means carry 1 and have 1 left over. 1 1 is 2, carry 1. 1 2 3 means write 1, carry 1. 1 2 3, write 1, carry 1. 1 2, write 0, carry 1. And you got 1 and the 1. So this mess of a number right here would be the answer. So I have to recopy this. I guess I don't have to do anything. I'll leave it just like that. Using the base 16 version of the 9's complement method, find this. All right, maybe you hate this problem. Maybe not. I think it's kind of fun. A, 8, C, D, 7, 9. Remember that when you're in base 16, the symbol A is 10, the symbol B is 11, symbol C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. If I was in base 10, it would be the 9's complement, but I'm not. I'm in base 16, so it would be the 15's complement. So to find the 15's complement, the 15 complement of 2 is 13, and 13 I write with the letter D. The 15's complement of 4 would be 11, and 11 I write with the letter B. The 15's complement of 9 would be 6. The 15's complement of F, well, F is 15, so the 15's complement would just be 0. And the 15's complement of E, E is 14, so the complement is just 1. And when I add this number up, I get A, 9, maybe I should add in the other direction. 9 and D, well, D is 13, 9 more gives me 22, which in base 16 means write 6 and carry 1. 7 and 1 gives me 8. And B is 11, so that gives me 19, which is write 3 and carry 1. D and 6, D is 13, and 6 is 19, 1 more is 20, which in base 16 means write the 4, carry the 1. 1 and C, C is 12, 1 more gives me 13, which is the letter D. And then 8 and 1 is 9, and A gives me this. Then I want to subtract 1 from this number and add it over here. 1 less than 9, or 1 less than A. I don't know if I circle this. Sure. And then I'm going to add it over here. And so that would make this a 9. I'll leave everything else alone. And that makes this a 7. And so this mess right here will be my final answer. And I guess that's the end of the quiz, so I'll stop this video here.